Don't forget to like, subscribe, and punch that bell for notifications.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our 10-round co-feature. It features lightweights. Our judges for this bout, Dana DiPaolo and Paul Silverman of Pittsburgh, PA, and Thomas Miller of Mineral Ridge, Ohio. Your referee tonight, Tim Wheeler of Indian Run, West Virginia. Introducing the principals. First of all, in the red corner, wearing the red, white, and blue trunks, weighing and trim and ready, 135 pounds, from Miami, Florida, with a professional record of 27 wins, 6 losses, with 19 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Lamar Murphy. His opponent, in the blue corner, wearing the blue and silver trunks, he tipped the scales this evening at even 135 pounds. He's a native of Santiago in the Dominican Republic with a professional record of 34 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, with 25 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Victoriano Sosa. 10 rounds, lightweights. Referee Tim Wheeler to give final instructions.
All right, you men received your instructions in the dressing room. I want you to keep a good, clean fight. We're going by the rules of the Associated Board of Commissioners. No 3 knockdown rule, no standing 8 count. All right, this is good here, this is good here. Any questions? All right, good luck, man. Touch him up. He's all right, I'll give you the top.
Let's rock this baby!
Sosa's won 10 fights in a row since that loss to Paul Spadafora. He'd love to get Paul back in the ring, he says. As for Lamar Murphy, at a crossroads. Been fighting for almost 12 years. He's dropped 2 of his last 3 decisions. So he knows if he's going to get a chance to get back up in the top 10, he has to win tonight for some serious fights to be on the horizon.
And each of these fighters has their own unique view of how this fight should go. For Lamar Murphy, he believes if he takes it into the 4th or 5th or 6th round, he's going to start to really make a difference. Sosa has great power early, but has only knocked out 2 of his opponents after the 4th round. For Sosa, his people, Oscar Nunez, his trainer, boldly declared to us that he would knock Murphy out in the 4th or 5th round.
Murphy told us he wants Sosa to bring it to him, so he can slip, duck, counter. He says that's his fight.
Lamar Murphy is a really good veteran at age 29, has come within a whisper of winning a world title on 2 different occasions. Twice challenged for the WBC lightweight title, losing to Miguel Angel Gonzalez in a fight in which virtually everyone at ringside thought he won, then lost to John Baptiste Mendy in the very next fight in another very close decision. So twice Lamar, these were 1995, came very close to winning a world title. Sosa's power comes from both his left hook and his right hand. He can run with both those hands.
So far in the early going, it is Murphy who is stalking down Sosa. Sosa perfectly comfortable counter-punching and waiting to see what Murphy will do.
It is interesting that Murphy is the aggressor in this fight. Sosa's the puncher, and yet Lamar Murphy taking the fight to him. Lamar Murphy has great confidence in his defensive skills vis-a-vis Sosa. I mean, you can tell that he does not feel that he's going to leave himself in a position to get hit. Getting away from the corner. That was dangerous for Lamar Lamar Murphy. As good as that exchange ended up being for him, he came within a whisper of getting nailed with something big, and he realized discretion was the better part of valor and blew back.
He just caught Sosa again with the right hand. Now Sosa comes to the fire again. Great action here in the first round.
Lamar Murphy's defense is
Lamar Murphy and Victoriano Sosa standing toe-to-toe, center round, battling it out.
Nice start, son. Now listen. I want somebody's lips. We've got him all messed up already. He thought your ass was just going to stand out there and he was going to come to you. You're doing a great job. Be patient. He's going to get frustrated. He's going to get frustrated. Use your experience, Murph. Make him miss.
And is there doubt in Sosa's eyes? You can maybe see it there. Maybe Pat Burns is onto something. The hand speed of Murphy here, I think, surprising Sosa. And Sosa not quite able to get what he wanted in there. And that left hook was blocked. So Lamar Murphy, in retrospect, even in that sequence, doing a much better job defensively, even than you might have thought at the beginning. And a very difficult first round for Sosa.
Sosa trying to reestablish himself as we begin the second round. Pat Burns trying to instill confidence in his fighter, Lamar Murphy. If Murphy believes he can take over, it could be an interesting battle.
You know, you've seen it in many athletic endeavors, not just boxing, but team sports as well, where a team gets in the field and they're shocked by the power or the team speed of who they're facing. And in boxing, it often happens. I think Sosa was absolutely shocked at the hand speed of Lamar Murphy. It's just quicker than he anticipated, and maybe even a little more pop in the punch than he thought Lamar would. And certainly he's surprised that Murphy's taking the fight to him.
Nice right hand leads and left hook leads from Lamar Murphy.
This is the Lamar Murphy that challenged for the title in '95 and has been a very, very good professional fighter. He lost Angel Manfredi in a decision last year. Lost the fight before that against Hinosa, who he was announced as the winner, and 20 minutes later they said there was an error in the scorecards, and all of a sudden he lost.
How difficult is that?
Yeah, it's tough to deal with. But this is the Lamar Murphy that we saw in the mid-90s, and he's very skilled.
Victoriano Sosa is a cousin of Cubs slugger Sammy Sosa. But it's Lamar Murphy doing all the slugging in the early going.
Sitting in the audience is the Secretary of Sports to the President of the Dominican Republic. They're very proud of Sosa, and rightfully so. He's been a terrific professional and a great ambassador.
Murphy and Sosa working exclusively to the body. Tim Wheeler warning Murphy about holding and hitting down on Sosa's head.
Who would have thought the early part of this fight would be so decisively in the corner of Lamar Murphy? Which is not to suggest Sosa hasn't landed some good punches, but really the early part of this fight seemed the most dangerous for Murphy. And I'm not suggesting he's out of danger, but he is fighting very, very hard.
The pace of the fight is completely being dictated by Murphy, and we expected Sosa to be the aggressor.
Especially early.
Sosa now getting off those. The second round comes to a close. Murphy nice job ducking and catching some
Congratulatory headbutt. I have not seen that in boxing in a long time.
The two competitors giving each other a nod.
Mira suave, tómate así, hablando a mí. Seguro. viéndote, no te puedes quedar de frente de él, ¿oíste? Mueve a la izquierda y trabájalo, gana el round, todo el round, gana, ¿oíste? Para que le caiga leñazo a los 30 segundos, como estamos haciendo, lo está ganando los rounds, ¿oíste? Y te está tirando mucho por el caco y no lo está pasando los goles, ¿oíste? Vamos, vamos, vamos.
Now we take a look at some action in the second round.
Yeah, Lamar Murphy dictating, as you said, the pace of this fight, doing a great job defensively in this fight, slipping punches and showing more hand speed, I think, than Victoriano Sosa would have imagined he was going to see here this evening.
As we start the third round, we are happily joined by the very awesome, dedicated fighter, Angel Man, Freddie Angel. Thanks for taking a little bit of time to come on. First off, let me ask you, how are you feeling? Because you were supposed to be in there against Sosa.
You know, right now I'm just feeling very anxious to get in the ring. You know, one thing that I've been looking for is that fire back, you know, getting that attitude back, getting that killer instinct back. I thank God that it's back now.
And you watch Lamar Murphy, who you fought in a very good fight. He is fighting so effectively here early in this fight, Angel. Not only hand speed, but really very effective on the inside as well.
Exactly, exactly. You know what, Murphy, he's a good mover. If you don't go forward on Murphy, he'll take you apart like he's on there.
Nice counter. 1-2 from Lamar Murphy.
He'll take you apart. I mean, if you let him go forward, he'll do what he wants to do with you, and that's what he's doing now. And that's what we had planned to do, too, is basically destroy Sosa and tear his body apart.
The aggression of Lamar Murphy giving him trouble here in the third round, as it did early. It's almost as if Sosa, who is a big puncher, clearly didn't expect this from Murphy. He's getting it.
Well, I mean, you know what, Sosa I take nothing away from, but you know what, one thing we did is we studied Sosa.
Watch your head, man, watch your head.
And really, you know, he had a good fight with Spadafora, but that's one good fight. But if you look at his record, he really haven't fought nobody. So, I mean, he really hasn't been tested. So now he's going into the deep waters and Murphy's taking him there.
Oh, that's a good left hook to the body.
And I think he's drowning right now.
Well, we'll see. Of course, he's got the power, Sosa, so you can't count him out. But Murphy felt that if he could take him into the later rounds, he's not knocked anyone out, Sosa, after the fourth. Only two people after the fourth round.
Exactly. Those two people weren't really big punches, to tell you the truth.
Certainly not in Murphy's category as a fighter.
Great action in the middle of the ring. Victoriano Sosa says, I'm not done yet. The two fighters slipping, ducking, and firing.
Lamar Murphy is looking just like the Lamar Murphy of the mid-90s who fought twice for the World Championship. He is sharp. He's doing a great job defensively and offensively. He's keeping his hands moving. It's a great effort by him so far.
Exactly. I like the way Lamar Murphy's fighting right now. He's good body movement and everything. He's landing very precise, very accurate. So I take nothing away from him, man. He's looking very good today.
Sosa trying to find something, working on the inside, and the hook gets in. Great round in the third round. Victoriano Sosa. Lamar Murphy stayed too long at the dance. He slipped in there and slugged it, Sosa. Let's hear what Pat Burns has to say to him.
No. I don't want that. Listen to me. Don't slug. We got a long way to go. You were doing great. Do not slug. Do you understand me? Do not slug. Do not slug. Do you understand?
We take a look, and what Murphy did, and I mentioned, remember 2 rounds ago, I said there was danger when he stood in front of Sosa. This was what happened. He got nailed with some big punches. Still, even when he was hurt, doing a good job of slipping, but there's the power of Sosa, and now the next round or two, Angel, becomes key for Murphy because he's got to get Sosa into these later rounds.
You know what I see with Murphy, that last round, he was throwing punches, but it wasn't smart. You know what I mean? It's good to put aggression, but you got to be smart aggression. That was more like dumb aggression, I would say.
Well, it seems like he got excited and thought you know what, here's a chance, and he got a little sloppy and he got caught.
Exactly. He got a little bit too anxious.
Right.
You know, he's winning the fight. Take your time, pick your shots like he's been doing in the beginning, and he'll win this fight easily.
And I'm not sure Pat Burns didn't create a chance to get an extra 4 or 5 or 6 seconds for Lamar Murphy. I think he kind of wanted that tape to not look perfect. And this is a key round, obviously, for Lamar Murphy, 29-year-old from Miami, who is very desperate to get back to a world title shot. In this fight, will play a big role in whether that could ever happen.
Blistering power shots coming from the fist of Victoriano Sosa.
And Angel, no lateral movement from Murphy. This would be a round for him to get.
Nice uppercuts. Real nice. Right now, Lamar Murphy looks patient right now. I think he's humbled himself. And he's just, you know, picking the shots and blocking them. He's taking his time. That's good on his part. Sosa's, you know, he's throwing good body shots.
Great left hook to the body by Sosa. Pat Burns told Lamar Murphy, don't stand and tread with this guy box. But Murphy seems content to go toe-to-toe and show he has just as much power, if not more than Sosa.
Murphy's also keeping his hands a little higher in these exchanges now. They were getting a lot lower before. So he's thinking defense in any case.
He seems a little like he slowed down a little bit, like he humbled himself. Like you know, do what he was doing at the beginning. Don't get into a dark fight. Be smart about it if you're gonna get it.
And the interesting thing about round 3 is even with what Sosa did at the end, you can argue the case that Murphy might have won that round. So he's tactically fighting a better fight in this round, as Angel said.
No doubt, all these rounds are very difficult.
Look at Murphy, though, cutting the ring off on Sosa. It's really interesting that he has been totally the aggressor, and as Angel said, that's a style that, under the right circumstances, can work with Sosa as long as you don't just literally stand in front of him with your hands down.
Exactly. You know what I see also, if Lamar could just throw the combinations and then get out, and then wait for Sosa to come in. Because every time when he throws the combinations and he backs up a little bit, Sosa doesn't get that back. It's not too like right there.
Murphy rips out punch combination.
Sosa has huge power. We saw it against Murphy in the previous round. We saw it against Spadafora. He is always a dangerous fighter. Right now, he's getting out-hustled, but as we saw in the last round, he can get there.
In action as the fourth round comes to a close.
What is it with the last 20 seconds of every round? It's wild.
You've been a friend with Spadafora. What do you think about the man-to-man?
I think it's going to be a good fight. I've never seen Dennis Holbaek. I think it's going to be a good fight. I never heard of him.
Angel
Listen to me.
Manfredi, it's been a pleasure.
Use
Good
your
luck.
experience. Are you listening? You don't mix it up. You make him miss. Whatever you do, don't stand up straight. Your jab is working. Anytime you hit him with the jab and it's a separation, come behind the jab. Rely on the jab here. You understand me? Do not stand in front of him. Murph, he's got one punch in his arsenal, a right hand. If all your, look at me, son, if all your movement is away from the right hand, you have...
Santi, no te confíes, no te voces, Santiago, da el palo. Eso es tuyo. Y tira más a la izquierda y sube la mano, que está cogiendo el volado pendejamente. Vamos.
What absolutely fantastic corner work by Pat Burns. Saying 2 or 3 things, repeating them several times, and they were the right things to Lamar Murphy. That was a great job in the corner by Pat Burns. And Oscar Nunez giving a lot of encouragement to Sosa.
Sosa started boxing at 12. He was 98-12 as an amateur. Made it all the way to the quarterfinals of the 92 Barcelona Games for the Dominican Republic. He likes the way he has fought since his defeat at the hands of Paul Spadafora. He certainly is. Looked like he stopped Murphy there, started to go to work. Murphy regained his senses and came back.
Murphy is keeping his hands very low and just slipping punches, but you know, he gets nailed with one of those did, of course, at the end of round 3. This is one of the rounds in which Oscar Nunez said Sosa would take Lamar Murphy out in the 4th and 5th round. He came close at the end of the 3rd, or at least had him in trouble. Murphy against Angel Manfredi, who we just had visiting with us, broke his hand in the 2nd round of that fight. You can see that Lamar Murphy was ready to fight. He kind of got this fight on 2 weeks' notice. They said he was ready because he was going to have an off-TV fight in this card. And clearly, he was prepared.
Murphy snapped Victoriano Sosa.
He hurt Sosa. And we will find out as we continue to go. Sosa's track record is that he does diminish a bit in the last portion of a fight. But if Murphy has gotten through that firestorm, the 3rd round in which he was hurt, and Sosa will not hurt him again, this could be a tough fight for Sosa. We'll see.
Both fighters are bringing heavy artillery. We're talking about a lot of punches on both sides, so it wouldn't be surprising if either one of the 2 fighters were tired out. Nice left hook connect for Sosa. Murphy comes right back.
Murphy's jab is part of the difference right now. It's just been very effective to set up other punches. Body work by Murphy, which Manfredi pointed out he wanted to use had he fought Sosa this evening, as he was scheduled to do. That's had an impact as well. Of course, part of that is to slow him down in his later rounds. This is just an excellent lightweight fight. Really.
Lots of work to the midsection and upstairs by both fighters. Murphy and Sosa turning out excellent stuff.
That is good boxing. It really is.
The crowd at the hall showing its appreciation.
Slow your breathing down. Now look, we got to fight in spurts. Okay, what round are we in, guys? 6. Okay, you're winning the fight. Be intelligent. Do not stand in front of him. He's got one right hand punch. That's all he has. Every time there's separation, you jab. You hurt him to the body with the left body shot, and particularly on that side.
Here's Murphy working to the body. Pat Burns pointed out he hurt him. This is what Pat Burns doesn't want him to do. Just stand there. He can't just stand there. When there's separation, his point is jab, and it will take away the right hand of Sosa. And there, when Murphy does that, he's effective. That is such good corner work, I can't tell you. It exhilarates me to hear a corner man say and do all the right things, and that's what Pat Burns is doing.
Imploring Murphy. Begging Murphy, please, don't stand and trade, but it seems like that's exactly what Murphy wants to do.
Well,
Murphy does not mind the exchange.
Yeah, well, but he's going to mind it if the right hand knocks him out. And I think what Pat Burns is subtly saying is, you may not be ready for a 10-round fight. You train, but fight in spurts. You can win this fight without going toe-to-toe every second with Victoriano Sosa. Now, both men are in the center of the ring boxing.
We're midway through 10 rounds of boxing in the lightweight division between Victoriano Sosa and Larry Murphy. It's been a great contest so far. Plenty of action.
Now, we believe Lamar Murphy is probably ahead on points in this fight. That may or may not be the case. I believe he is. I may be able to give Sosa 1 round, if that. But it could be different on the other scorecards. But if it isn't, if he has built up a sizable margin, Pat Burns' advice to him is pretty smart. If he can fight in spurts and just make things happen enough to steal some of these rounds, he may be in pretty good shape. And of course, there is the fact that Sosa, as we said, traditionally tends to slow down in the later rounds.
Almost every round. And different rounds to score. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, but I think Lamar Murphy has done the bulk of the good.
Because he's been pressing the action and the aggressor.
And I think has been sharper with his punches and his slip. So, although there were a couple rounds that were fairly close, I think if he's not ahead 3-2, he should be ahead, in my opinion, at least 4-1. But But again, you never know. And Sosa, remember, in terms of numbers of punches, much less than Murphy. Not to suggest that, you know, he could land and be more effective with lesser punches. But in this case, Murphy's defense would indicate that's not the case. And now all of a sudden Sosa's going down the body. He hasn't really done that very much in this fight.
Watch your head.
There are 2 points that are working in favor of Lamar Murphy, which the judges look for. That's ring definition, who is actually forcing the action, who is the aggressor.
Murphy, 30 seconds! Take the round!
And also, effective aggressiveness. Which punches are having the greater effect? And it seems that Murphy would be winning at least the gold count.
Breathe and relax. He won that round. Okay? He won that round. It's all even now. It's even fight. Okay? Going into the 7th round. Breathe and relax. Look, Bert.
Emplate velocidad, ¿oíste? No me hagas.
Well, either Pat Burns believes it's even or he's using that as a motivational tool for Lamar Murphy. I think his fighter's ahead, and I'm not sure his fighter lost the last round, but clearly Pat is trying to make sure that Lamar Murphy doesn't.
Round. You win this fight. Stay with the jab. Work the body. Don't give up a right hand. Okay? It's dead even, Murphy.
Big moment for both these fighters. Both of them perhaps have their chances of winning a world championship or getting a shot at one hanging in the balance. It was supposed to be Sosa and Manfredi as an eliminator for the IBF title, which Paul Spadafora has, and this fight may serve the same purpose.
Murphy coming in as a late replacement for Angel Manfredi. While he's been preparing in the gym, he still was a replacement. And he could be more than Victoriano Sosa bargained for.
Sosa's starting to really shorten up that left hook, and he's landing against Murphy on the inside. He's found a clue on the inside. There, you see that hook?
Wednesday left hook from Sosa. Slapping up against Murphy's head.
Both men on the inside are doing superb work with both the body and the head. This is a clinic on how to fight on the inside. And I'll tell you what, in terms of skills, these two lightweights have shown a lot.
Break! Murphy! You gotta think when you get close.
Sosa being very effective on the inside. Look at him drive Murphy back. He's using a really good assortment of punches, Sosa.
Definitely gone to the uppercut.
Look how things change when Murphy uses the jab, which Pat Burns is imploring him to use. He's out-jabbed Sosa continually.
Toe-to-toe action here in the 7th of 10 rounds.
I think Lamar Murphy is tiring just a bit because he's leaning in. He's just kind of using this period to catch his breath. I'm not sure that he has as much right now to take as he would like. Oh, nice hook though.
No surprise that both fighters have extended an incredible amount of energy. And at some point, you knew the body shots were going to start to take their toll on both fighters. Murphy seems to be tiring a little bit more, even though he expected Sosa to be tired. And there you see Sosa landing.
We heard Murphy with the right hand, but that was after Murphy had landed 5 straight jabs. When Lamar Murphy jabs, he can't miss Sosa. Wow, great exchanges at the end of every single round. This is a very entertaining lightweight fight. And this is a very good round for Sosa, even though Murphy has done some good work as well.
Sosa credit, because the moment Sosa is that he tires in the late rounds, but every time Lamar Murphy seems to unload, Sosa always has something left in the tank.
This is just a very good fight, and this round has gone back and forth. And there's the hook from Sosa.
Hey, ho, ho, ho.
Está cansado. Ese se está muriendo. Caiga la trompa que se va a caer solo ya. ¡Ay! Sí, pues. Tiene que ser fuerza de voluntad, Sam.
Dead even now, okay? You've got to win these next 2 rounds. He's up 1 round. He's up 1 round. Murphy, back down. Give me the look.
Victoriano Sosa was very effective at portions in that last round. Landing off the ropes, big right hand landing to Lamar Murphy. He'd also found a home for the left hook. Sosa has actually counterpunched pretty well off the ropes during parts of this fight. And boy, Lamar Murphy has taken some big right hands.
Stop punch, stop time.
Tim Wheeler now wanting Lamar Murphy to get extraneous tape taken care of.
I can't see without my glasses. Can you do it?
Turn on, Lamar.
As you mentioned earlier, Al, possibly, Pat Burns buying a few extra seconds for a fighter in the late rounds.
Lamar Murphy here in round 8 needs all the breathers he can get. He is, while he's been aggressive and is still fighting very well, you get the feeling he is a little fatigued. His last opponent, Lamar Murphy's last opponent, Dario Assalas, really was very similar to Sosa in stature in the way he fought. Murphy scored an 8th round knockout in that fight, and they thought that was actually to prepare him for this fight. Murphy, good combinations on the inside.
Pulling a page out of Sosa's delivering the uppercuts one after the next.
There's no question Lamar Murphy has been more active in this fight. The question will be, how are the judges seeing it in terms of what has landed, and what has landed effectively? And that really will tell the tale. I think Murphy in general should still be ahead in this fight, because I believe he has landed more punches, but Sosa in the last couple of rounds has come on.
Rounds 8, 9, and 10 will be
Get him up, get him up.
Wheeler warning Sosa, keep him up.
It's interesting when Murphy keeps this in the center of the ring and uses his jab, he's actually in pretty good shape. And Sosa, ironically, unable to land those jabs as much in the center of the ring as he does when he's coming off the ropes. The hook by Sosa, he really found a home for that in the last couple of rounds. And I think when all is said and done, Sosa will be very surprised that some of his power shots haven't hurt Lamar Murphy more. He had him hurt in the 3rd round, but other than that, Lamar has persevered through those.
Murphy needs to be careful, though. His left hand down around his waist. He needs to make sure he keeps that up. Or he could get caught with a big bomb from Sosa.
Some have denigrated the lightweight division, saying it's not deep. I think this is a fight that shows you it might be a little deeper than people say. Here's Sosa ranked 5th, as low as 5th in some places, and Murphy hovering around the bottom of the top 10 in a couple of different organizations. And you know what? Look at the skill level at which these fighters are fighting this fight. It's very special.
Absolutely. Murphy starts it and Sosa ends it. Just when you think Sosa might be starting to get a little weary, he rattles off a 4-5 punch combination.
Murphy switching to southpaw momentarily. It wasn't too effective. Very close 8th round in which fewer punches were thrown than probably in any other round in the fight.
Action slowing down just a bit. 2 more rounds to go.
Now, we got to have these 2 rounds to win it. Do you understand? We got to win these 2 rounds. You got a little second win that time, didn't you? Right? All right. We need these 2 rounds. You We get these 2 rounds, we win it. Okay? Perfect. You don't need to punch so many bullshit punches. But the ones you throw them hard. Work that left side.
¿Qué te pasa, macho? ¿Qué te pasa? ¿Ya tú lo tienes? 9. Round 9. Mucho fatiga. Sigue topando, olvídate de
Win these 2 rounds and you win the fight. You understand? Do you understand me? Okay. Hard.
You heard Pat Burns tell his fighter, win these 2 rounds and you win the fight. Once again, tape an issue on the gloves. At what point, though, does it look concerned if the referee took Will?
Well, you know, they're having a hard time keeping that tape on there. Sometimes when the sweat starts flowing, and that tape just doesn't stay there.
Sosa and Murphy into the 9th round. Sosa's last 4 fights have gone a total of 9 rounds. 3, 2, 3, and then a first round knockout over Luis Sosa in his last bout. So Sosa showing pretty fair stamina here. Doesn't appear to be tiring out.
Murphy's been 10 rounds or more 7 times. Sosa has been 12 rounds on 4 or 5 different occasions, so he has been that distance, even past 10. So they're not strangers to this distance. Sosa, of course, won 12 in the fight in which he lost to Paul Spadafora by decision after having Spadafora down early. Boy, good body work by Murphy there.
And Sosa told us he learned from that fight. You know, he thought he won the fight, knocked Spadafora down twice in the 3rd round, but he said he learned he needed to be more patient. After the knockdowns, he pretty much was focusing on getting Spadafora out of there and moved away from boxing, which got him the knockdowns early on. He said he learned from that to be more in control and to be more patient, and clearly we're seeing that tonight.
For the first time, Lamar Murphy using his legs in this fight. Moving, trying to give angles to Sosa and using his jab in the center of the ring. Very first time this has really happened.
Hey, break, don't push down.
And he is being fairly effective with it. Sosa's having a pretty hard time getting to him. The jab of Murphy. Man, it has been effective in this fight. He's doing now what Pat Burns actually, I think, wanted 3 or 4 rounds.
That's right.
Fighting in spurts. Maybe this more movement than they anticipated. Oh, nice right hand by Murphy.
Snapping Sosa's head.
Well, they're going to look at the tape of this fight and say, why didn't we do this in round 6 or 7 or 8?
But from Murphy's perspective, he's probably thinking, hey, I'm having great success. Standing toe-to-toe.
There's the hook from Sosa when he stays in there, when he languishes too long on the inside. See, now he should get away. This is obviously a fight that could go either way, though I think Murphy is probably still winning it. This knockout, if the fight goes in Murphy's column, which I think it ought to, might put him over the edge in this fight, but Burns is telling him he thinks it's very close, and it might well be.
Hey, come here. Last round. It's too close. Murphy's going to take this. Murph, this is very important. Do not let him have a right hand. Work the hell out of that jab, buddy. Okay? Be slick. Work it to the ropes. And when you throw those punches, no bullshit punches. Make them count. You've got to convince the judge that these are power shots. Finish strong in this round, you win the fight. You understand me? It's your fight. It's your fight.
Oye.
If you stand still, okay? Give me a quick round. Hey.
We hit the 10th and final round of this lightweight bout between Victoriano Sosa and Larry Murphy. There has been spectacular action throughout. Great slugging, great punching, and as of late, some nice boxing from Lamar Murphy. We've seen quite a bit of skills from both fighters this evening. But Murphy seems to be the aggressor throughout the balance of the fight.
You know, you can make the case that this is one of the most important rounds in the career of both these fighters. Murphy 29, Sosa 28. They hope for one shot. Again, both have had a chance to win the world title. In fact, two chances for Lamar Murphy. Both came very, very close. They're hoping for one chance. This round could be one of the things that decides how quickly or whether they get another chance at a world title. Murphy using the jab as Pederson suggests in the center of the ring. Now Sosa, for his part, he may feel he's winning a decision in this fight, but if not, he's going to have to try and get that power going. And as we pointed out, he has not had a lot of late round knockouts. He's never knocked anyone out, but his lead into a fight is the 10th round.
Rips off 4 straight jabs there. Murphy comes right back. 3 jabs in his own. This is the right cross.
When Lamar Murphy jabs in this fight, it is almost unhittable for Sosa, especially when he jabs and then just doesn't stand. Sosa jab, and it's a pretty good one, has never been as much effect on this fight as he would like.
Neither fighter should feel completely comfortable that they've done so. You would think, expect to see some real fireworks in the final minute.
Big left hooks downstairs by the Murphy. He has followed the advice of Pat Burns, not the punches that don't matter for him. Only punches that you feel you can land with conviction. Jab by Sosa that finally gets on track for him. Judges remember the last part of the round, and even though Murphy has done very well in the first few minutes of this round, Sosa coming back. Sosa, but here comes Murphy again. What a superb effort by both men.
It's been Sosa's MO the entire fight. You throw, I take, but then I'm coming right back. 10 seconds left. They let you listen in. If you're a boxing fan, you can't be disappointed with that as the crowd ascends to its feet here at the Hog, the Mountaineer Racetrack and Gaming Resort. Great stuff from both fighters.
It really was. For Sosa, as we look at him, he was able to land some very big power punches, and they were counter punches, hurting Lamar Murphy in the 3rd round, never quite getting him in as much trouble. And for that man, Lamar Murphy, the 29-year-old who took this fight on 2 weeks' notice, he gave a superb effort. And I think he would be deserving of a decision win, but that is just my opinion, and the judges may see it differently. And either way, it was a very competitive and exciting fight. I think he did some things tactically that Sosa wasn't expecting. I don't think Sosa really expected him to be the aggressor, especially early. And I don't think Sosa was expecting that much hand speed. I also don't think Sosa thought when he got Lamar Murphy in trouble he'd be able to sustain. But the time he got him in the most trouble was right at the end of the round. Maybe this is the fight in microcosm from the last round. Sosa landing a good straight right. Here comes Murphy back with his own right hand. Both men landing excellent shots there.
Give and take the whole night. Great exchanges throughout the fight.
When Murphy jabbed, he was effective. There you see, even a push of a jab creates a right hand that's effective for him. So who will it be? Sosa or Murphy. It's going to be very intriguing to find out.
Now possibly could it be one of these fights where there is no loser? The loser still benefits because of the showing.
Yeah, that's very possible. Even though, as I point out, this is a crossroads fight, and maybe a shot at the title might hang in the balance ultimately. You can't say either man fought badly.
All right, now we get a chance to find out the decision. Let's send it in to Pedro Fernandez.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of boxing, a big round of applause for both these fine fighters. We go to the scorecards. We have a split decision. Judge Supalo scores the fight 96-94 for Murphy. Judge Miller scores the fight 96-94 for Sosa. And Judge Zuman scores about 95-95. We have a split decision draw. A draw. Give both these fighters a big round of applause.
Well, the crowd doesn't like the decision, and neither.